Hey guys, it's Julia. It's been a long time, and recently, I don't know if you've been following, but I was in the hospital, is what Rob told everyone, which is true, and I figured, uh, he said I would explain as I wished, and I figured I kind of do owe an explanation. Um, so this is it. This is my explanation. So, I'm not sure like how many people have noticed. I think the closer you are to me, the more you would notice. But basically, like depression, like obviously, like I have major depressive disorder and everything. Like that's no secret. But it's been weighing on me like so hard lately, and I don't know, I'm just gonna come out with it. Like the other night, I was the worst I've ever been. Like my head was in the worst place. It had, like I couldn't get out, and it's been like that. Like you know, worse and worse every day with like short lapses of like something good will happen. I'll be like, oh yay, but it's not really oh yay. And basically, like we were actually playing a show that night, and I I was pretty fucking miserable the whole time, except for like when we played our set. I managed to perk myself up a little bit, just for stage presence, and a lot of people were there, and people that I knew that don't normally come to our shows were there, and it was pretty cool. So I shook a lot of hands and hugged a lot of bodies, um, and then after the set, I just crashed right back down, and that's kind of when it started. I I just decided that I needed to do it. I needed to get out somehow, not necessarily get out of my body per se, but maybe just get out of how things are, just get out of my head. I needed a break, and like how I've been explaining it to the doctors, it could have gone one or two ways. Like I could have never woken up, or I could be out of the situation that I had been in, and either one was better than where I was at the time. So I uh, I got into my backpack. I had a little baggie where I had been stockpiling pills that I would just take here and there from different medicine cabinets, and I just began taking them like palmful by palmful for about like an hour, and I was watching another band, and they were really good, but I was just taking them while I was watching the band, and nobody noticed. And then I went and I sat in the back with our equipment, and Rob and Mitch were there, and we were all talking in a circle, and I was taking them, and nobody noticed. And and Rob started getting calls. I don't know if anyone saw my Tumblr post. It was kind of like, this is it, you know. But Rob started getting calls from my friend Emily, and I guess she was really distraught, and he didn't know what was going on, so he was like trying to ask me like what's going on. I'm like, nothing's going on. He's like, why is Emily, and I wouldn't answer him, and he went on Tumblr on his phone, and he saw it, and he said, "Julia, no, come out here." And he's like, "We're going for a walk." So I went out, but I got really tired and really cold, so we got in my car, and I don't really remember a lot of it, but from what I've been told and what I do remember, he was like bundling me up. He actually had me put on this shirt. He was wearing this over his shirt, and he gave me a blanket, and um, and he looked into my bag and saw how much was gone, and he called his mom, and I was kind of like passing out in my car, and he called his mom, and she called an ambulance, and I was taken away to the emergency room, put on, IV drip and all that good stuff, and they tested my drug levels and figured out where to go from there. Um, so I was in the ER for about a day. I was in ICU for another day, and and they weren't letting me eat. They didn't know. They didn't know, what precautions to take, so I wasn't allowed to eat. And they drew my blood like 5 times, and by the time I was able to eat, I'd had my blood drawn like 5 or 6 times, and I hadn't eaten in 4 days. Um, but I really wanted to eat. I said I really want broccoli and peanut butter, so I got broccoli and peanut butter. Um, and um, and then they had me sign myself in on a 301 to the mental health ward, behavioral health ward, and they said that if I didn't sign myself in, that they were going to force me in, and then they could do whatever they wanted. So I just went ahead and signed myself in for 72 hours. So that's where I've been for 3 days. It was in behavioral. So, um, yeah. And they tested me on some medication, and of course they started me on a way bigger dose than I should have had, and but I'm on like a half dose of that now, and I actually can't take it today because my mom didn't want me to get it from any other pharmacy but the one at her work, so I'm going without it today. But I mean, it's I can go without it. Like, I've gone 18 years without it, 19 years without it, and I don't know. Like, I've always refused medication, because it's not something I believe in. Like, I'm very against the pharmaceutical industry personally, and but I mean, I went ahead and let them prescribe me something because I knew that it would get me out sooner, because they could technically keep me there longer if they wanted to. But yeah, um, that's pretty much where I've been, and I am feeling better, and um, I'm out, and things are okay, and I'm eating. I actually ate quite a bit last night because I was just really excited to be out and able to eat what I wanted. Um, and it's always a work in progress, but I'm just letting everyone know that I'm okay, and I'm gradually getting back into my normal schedule, and I want to thank everyone who's been there and showing support. So, yeah. If you have any questions, like, inbox me or comment or message me, or, any of the various ways that you can get a hold of me, because, you know, so many options. It's the internet. Um, but yeah, I'll be around for a while. So, oh, and if you're wondering why I look different, they actually had me take my septum ring and my plugs out, and while I was in there, these shrunk to 8 millimeters, so I actually had to stretch to a 00 last night. So I'm working my way back up to where I was, and also this closed up, but it closed up in a really weird way. So I kind of gotta wait and see how the healing progresses to see if I can even re-pierce it again, because it kind of feels like scar tissue, um, which I can't pierce through scar tissue. So, you know, yeah, just letting you know about that. But yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and thanks for being there for me, and you're the best.